Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing video. Just received a couple packages today. Can't wait to see what's inside. So without further ado, let's get into this thing. So here we go. Here's our victim. Rather large box here. A bit bigger than I was expecting, but let's get into it. From what I can see, it was very well packed. Conscientious seller on eBay. Those are few and far between, but I've had generally good experiences. I've heard plenty of horror stories too. I'm sure there's an easier way to do it, but I never care for the notion of doing things the easy way. There we go. Oh my. The dreaded styrofoam, folks. You know, I'll tell you, just in my experience of buying, selling, shipping, and receiving, I prefer to stay away from this stuff. It just makes a huge mess. It's adequate packing material. Looks like this had a safe journey so far. But let's get this out of our way. Oh, yep, that's when it starts making a mess. Oh, there it goes, all over the floor. What can you do? Starting to come into view what we have inside of our package here. Oh, just horrible little balls of styrofoam everywhere. And they've also applied packing tape to the wooden case here. Again, it's not something that I would have done. It generally leaves residue, but I believe that just the short period of time that it's spent being shipped here, it hasn't really gotten a chance to get too gnarly. A little bit of residue, but we can deal with that. There it is, in all of its 1970s glory. This is a Yamaha Natural Sound CR-420, great number there, stereo receiver. These were made in the late 70s. I believe from my minimal research that I've done that it was manufactured between 76 and 78. We'll see if we can find any more distinguishable markings that'll tell us of a particular date. But so far so good. Let's go handheld and get a better shot. Okay, so let's take a closer look and marvel at the cosmetic condition of this unit. I'm actually quite impressed. The pictures that I saw on the internet when I ordered it looked great, but you know, sometimes pictures can be deceiving. In this case, not at all. If anything, it looks better in person than it did in the pictures. So, thus far, I'm quite happy. The only question now is, does it function? And I've been trying to think of a good way to demo the unit without getting copyright strikes. I think what I'm going to try to do is hook speakers up to it and tune in a radio station and hopefully I'll be okay with that. So let's try that next. So just one more thing I wanted to touch on before I went any further. First of all, I tried to tune in an FM station, couldn't get anything. Tried to tune in an AM station, couldn't get anything. I don't have the appropriate antenna, and it doesn't matter much to me because I'm not really looking to pick up broadcasts. I'm using this as an amplifier, and it is replacing this Marantz model 1040 amplifier, which you probably can't see very well because of the light in the background. But this Marantz works great. It's been a workhorse. I've owned it for about 4 years, and in that time it's probably been on more often than not and just rock solid. I've had no issues with this amplifier whatsoever, and I'd like to keep it that way. So I decided, well, I'm going to retire this one, look for a low-cost alternative, and that's what brought me to this unit. Now, these don't get a lot of love from the audiophiles. I found this out the hard way. Over the weekend I joined an audio forum and posted, just making conversation, asking people what they thought of them, and all I heard was crickets. Apparently the CR-XXXX, 4 digits, those models are much more desirable. But I'm replacing that little amplifier, which I believe is 15 watts per channel, with this one, which is 22 watts per channel. And I can understand if you have a necessity to fill a large space with sound, then yeah, you're going to want a higher powered amplifier. But that's not what I'm looking for. What this purpose that it's going to serve for me is to sit at my desk and amplify playback from my video editing machine. So I think it's going to be great for that purpose. That's what I'm using it for. So, it might not be the most desirable unit, but if it works properly, great. If it sounds good, bonus. Excellent. And that's what I'm looking forward to finding out right now. As I said, I can't tune in any stations. I'm going to try to find some copyright-free music. It's not going to be the best representation. I'm not going to go out of my way to close mic the speakers and do all that because there's just no point. You're not going to get a good idea of what it sounds like on YouTube anyway. But I'm going to go ahead and try to find some copyright-free music to play back through it and play it back through these M290 Mirage speakers. Okay, I believe I found some appropriate non-copyright music, and hopefully I won't get a strike for putting this video up. It doesn't really matter. I'm not monetized. I don't assume I ever will be monetized, but just in case. So here we go. There was a bit of scratchiness in the volume pot. I worked that back and forth. I don't have any deoxit at the moment, so at some point in time I'll have to tear it down, clean up the pots, maybe replace the backlights because they need that too. But I was able to work most of the scratchiness out just by working the pot. We got both channels. And from here, it sounds great. It's hard to tell without moving the speakers out and getting some separation, but both channels are working. Output's nice and strong. We're sitting at about 12 o'clock on the volume, so we're not driving the hell out of it. Nice. So that's pretty well going to wrap this video up. As I said, it's not a thorough demo. I'm not close micing the speakers. I'm not trying to give you a quality sample. What I can tell you is, so far so good. The product arrived as it should have. It was fairly well packed other than the hateful styrofoam, but the styrofoam did its job. It's inconvenient. It makes a mess. Thank you to all the folks that have decided to subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing more unboxing videos and covering more ground over the next couple days. Hopefully I'll start making the videos again, get back to Mustang videos and stuff like that. There's a long story surrounding that whole situation. Nothing bad, but sort of a product of our times, what we've been through here of late. I think you know what I'm talking about, but hopefully we can start to renormalize, and hopefully out there in YouTube land, everybody else is also renormalizing. So thanks again for watching. See you on down the road.